Hello, world. This is Janique, illustrator, artist, whatever else you want to put to my title. I don't have a name for this podcast yet, still. Any listeners out there, y'all can help me out with this. I'm bad at naming stuff. But I do want to come and give you episode 2 of the podcast because the topic I really wanted to share about was just like rest. Just rest. Like it's been a really great year for me and in actually like getting my business started and just like doing it. I had a lot of support from my friends, and by support I mean like emotional support. Like I had a lot of people in my corner saying that I could do it, so I just went ahead and started it, and now the ball is rolling, so ain't no stopping soon. But I also have like a full-time job, and I volunteer and do a whole bunch of other stuff, so I was tired this year, like extremely tired. And it got to the point where I was like going through some really difficult stuff and just was like struggling to get artwork out because I was just mentally and physically exhausted from just life in general. And you know, like for artists it's really hard sometimes to, especially when you are working a 9 to 5 and also doing your art, it's really hard to save space for that and for yourself, especially when your art is like also a second business. And I've had to really like slow down and think about, okay, well, is this something that I can maintain? And if so, how to maintain it in a healthier manner that doesn't take away from me, that doesn't exhaust me so much. Because art for me has always been my therapy. It's always been my creative time, my meditation, the thing that makes me happy. And the minute I started doing it to make money, it started not making me happy anymore. And I don't want it to be like that, because I do really love being an artist. I love the connection I feel with people who like the same things that I do. Being in all the same space. I like creating art. I like packing for my art. I just like all of it. I really do. It's just sometimes it's hard for me to mentally get to the space where I can create and create from a place that's like actually creative, not create from like, okay, well, I just have to get this done and out. So that's been a challenge. But that's also why I'm so big on mental health and mental wellness, because rest is important. And although I spent a lot of time where I should have been resting, like, you know, designing my next business card, or like making my backing cards for my bows so that everything could look more cohesive. For my branding, I spent a lot of my downtime where I should have been resting, working. And that put me in a place of like being extra tired. So when it finally came to like November, December, I just stopped. I stopped everything. I stopped doing art. I stopped doing everything. I just rested. And I'm still in that phase. I'm still in that just stop and rest phase. And I, although I am packing currently and doing stuff and organizing stuff for an upcoming event, but I I took a lot of time, like literally, I've been taking like this whole week or so in the last part of December to just relax, to not do anything, to not force myself to draw or create. And it made me actually want to do stuff. Like, I haven't touched my sketchbook in forever. I can't even remember the last time I opened up my sketchbook. But I haven't touched my sketchbook because I've been doing digital art so that it goes faster. I can get them printed faster, all that kind of stuff. And it's so good to be able to like just sketch for no reason, just to like have a sketch and it not need to become a sticker or like a postcard or something. It just exists. And I really want to do more of that. I've been finding myself writing a lot too, like taking time to write about my feelings and all that stuff. And I am not a reader. I don't like to read, or I wouldn't consider myself a reader. I just don't have the patience for it like I used to anymore because I'm like, this is not a good way to spend my time. I need to be doing something else. I'm here to say like just you don't have to be productive all the time. And that's a lesson that I'm still learning. Like so kind of calling itself black. I don't know. But like, I don't know the correct term, the way that goes. But pot calling the kettle black there. But yeah, I've been reading. I'm reading this book called Buy Yourself the Fucking Flower, Buy Yourself the Fucking Lilies. Um, and that has been changing my life a little bit, in a good way, because I get to learn the lesson of I need to actually pour into me before I pour into anything else. And even as an artist, like art is pouring into me, but because it's also part of my business, it's for something. I want something out of it. So just being able to have some time in the morning or in the evening where art for me is relaxation or and it's not like even just actual like drawing. Like art can be writing a couple of lines of poetry or something because I've been writing now, just getting my thoughts and feelings out in that way. um like I've actually wanted to get back into writing a story. Like I in high school I had started this like story that I really wanted to make into a comic, and then I realized how much work comics take, and I was like, I don't think that's gonna happen. But I have started wanting to actually do that again, and I want time for these things, but I know that I need to like make time for rest first. And I guess what I'm trying to say is like through figuring out that I need time to rest and recuperate, I'm also feeling more creative and wanting to do more creative things. And it's been it's been a very interesting and enlightening couple of weeks or past week to one read through this book. Tara Schuster, she's the author. Two, actually put into place some of these things that the book is telling me, and three, start seeing it actually like um, amount to something in the fact that because I'm resting, because I'm pouring into myself now, I am seeing the return of, hey, I feel creative. I want to do this. Or hey, I feel like inspired. I want to do that. And actually setting aside time to do it. And granted, I'm not working right now. I'm on vacation. So this is gonna change for sure when I go back to work. Um, but yeah, rest, relaxation, especially for, oh my gosh, especially for artists, especially for Black women, like, because the hustle game, the capitalism game is real in these streets. It's tiresome, it's exhausting. I feel like I always have to be doing something, be making something, be creating something, or else I'm not useful, or else I'm not like a productive part of this planet, of this life that I'm living. And that's not true. I'm learning to be content with existing, creating, of course, but also just existing. And God, I know somebody's got to feel like that same feeling. I know, because if I'm if I'm speaking it out, somebody's hearing it for sure. Um, yeah. So upcoming, I have a convention, and having to like teach myself to navigate. Okay, this is work time. This is like, you can just be and exist time, and then this is like creation time. Like I'm now figuring out the systems that work for me to separate all of those things, because they're all important to me, but also honoring those areas of my life while also honoring myself. Um, it's hard. It's hard, y'all. It's hard, and I just like I would love to see myself in the next 6 months where like this is not just like a new thing that I've um started implementing in my life, where it's like finally like a habit. And I'm going to just focus on that vision of it being a habit, because every single day I wake up and I'm like, I just want to sleep in. I just want to sleep in and just like do nothing. Um, but of course it can't be that way. So yeah, adulting, just adulting in general. It's like, how do people do it? I really admire those folks that are like creators and hustlers out there, like Chris Kaiko. He's one of the first people I started watching when I started thinking about wanting to do my art as an artist alley convention vendor. I was really thinking like, damn, he's got it made. Like, this is the type of person that I I really want to like get info from, because he was literally working a job just as I am. He was like trying to like figure it out, make it work, make it happen. And he just like went in and did it. And I respect the hustle. I appreciate it, but it's also like he himself has said in videos that he's done that I've watched, like that he was kind of like running himself into the ground. Like he would be like driving 14 hours to conventions, driving 17 hours to conventions, like drawing all night, like doing the studying of it. And I'm like, well, I do respect that on some level. I do, but I don't believe that people are out here like killing themselves to be successful in it working, right? Like I don't not that I don't, but I don't know how to say this. Like I don't see that being, first of all, I don't see that being healthy, because it's not. Second of all, I don't see that being like realistic, because like you hear the stories all the time about like, oh, the CEO, he wakes up at 4 a.m. and he has this. Well, does he actually? Is that like really his like life the entire time? Like, because he's got a team of folks. He's got money to like make this ship sail, right? So it's not, I don't 100% always believe like those like rags to riches stories like that. Now I do believe that there's like hard work to that goes into being successful, but the the hustle till you almost kill yourself, till you like run yourself into the ground, like I don't want that storyline for me. Um and so I'm dealing with it now. So I'm like adjusting things now so that I can um create and enjoy it. So that when I'm successful, like people are coming to me saying, "Hey, let me give you money for this." Like I can be like, "Yeah, sure." Add it to the next like cycle of money that's just flowing through. But I I don't want to be that type of person who is going to break myself to make money. um and like again, I respect those people that really do hustle hard, but at what cost? At what cost? Um, and yeah, like even Chris Kaiko now, he's got it made. He like figured it out. He's like, I'm doing too much. I'm going to too many conventions. I'm like I'm getting older. Like it can't be. This is not sustainable. And I appreciate that he like reflected on that. I'm just starting, so I know I got like to go to these conventions and get my name out there, and that's important. But I don't see myself doing this long term either. Not for like years and years doing conventions and stuff. Um, I want to have the same kind of mindset where I'm like, okay, well, we're thinking ahead. Like, what sponsorships, what connections, what things can I line up so that the money is coming to me, the projects are coming to me, and I'm not going to chase them down. Um, and like tiring myself out. Like let's streamline. Yes, that's the word. Let's streamline this process. So my that's my goal for the future for my career. Um and yeah, I can't wait to see it. Like I'm so excited to see it. This is why I started the podcast, to like get out there and to like, of course I want to see my stuff be successful, but I also want to connect with people. I want to like really like get to meet those artists who like are doing it, are doing the work, but also like staying sane. I want to meet those artists who put like their time and effort into their business and didn't have like a $5,000 like angel investor, or didn't have like a corporate job before and then started it. Like they just were like, hey, this this minimum wage 9 to 5 ain't cutting it. I got my dreams. I'm trying to move forward with that. Like I want to see those folks. I want us to be a community. Where are y'all? Please come find me. Let's be friends. But yeah, I love it. I love it anytime I come across artists I really connect with that are like actually down to earth, and they're like, yeah, I was working at Walmart or yeah, I was working like, this crappy 9 to 5 and I made it happen, because that shows me like I can make this happen. I love the stories of your, yeah, I just made my dreams come true. Like that's great, but let's be honest, like a lot of y'all had money. Y'all came from money. Y'all came from families with money. A lot of y'all like probably had a spouse or have a spouse that is working full time so you can stay home and do art. And I love that for you. I love that for any artist out there, because that's the dream. It's like, so you don't have to bankroll your own art business. But I really, really have a soft spot in my heart for those people that like made it happen themselves, because that shows like real love and determination. In my book, it's like you really wanted it. So, not to say that other people didn't want it, but like when it was the hardest, when you were like I'm either gonna pay for this meal or pay for this paintbrush. That's the kind of people I want to like know. So yeah, but end of the day, be good to yourself, be kind to yourself. You are always an artist, whether you are creating or just resting. Like, just because Oprah is picking apples in her orchard doesn't mean that she's still not Oprah. She's still not a multi-billionaire. So, but yeah, love yourselves out there. If you got to this part of the podcast, like, subscribe, hit that notification button, because this is definitely going on YouTube. I've decided this is where we're gonna stay right now. Easier uploads and whatnot. But yeah, tell me what you are doing to rest. What is your method of resting? How are you incorporating rest, relaxation, recuperation in your life? And I will catch you on the flip side. See you next time. Bye-bye.